What's up, everyone? As Thursday's eviction draws nearer, more and more game talk is hotting up in the BB22 house as the final six become the final five. But of course, someone's got to go to become the final five, guys. So welcome to your live feed update. Right, before we get started, guys, please hit the subscribe button if you are new around here, and also click the like button and hit the bell icon to get notified every single time a brand new upload goes live. Enzo and Nicole were talking, and Enzo is expressing to Nicole how he finds Christmas very, very annoying. And obviously, this is potentially going to give a little bit of sway when it comes to the vote this week, because yesterday we saw that Nicole is open to her options and she is willing to potentially flip depending on what Enzo and Cody want. And so far, Memphis is definitely or very, very likely going to evict Tyler, and Nicole said her vote's up in the air. And obviously, Enzo is at the moment slightly leaning towards Tyler. But if Christmas is going to continue to annoy him, there's no reason why Enzo wouldn't flip over and vote to evict Christmas instead. And then Nicole would jump on that as well, and voila, there we have a blindside, guys. There's lots of exciting things to throw around, and obviously Nicole is tight with Cody, so maybe she needs a little bit of approval from Cody first. But Cody doesn't seem too bothered about who goes this week. I think he just realizes that Tyler and Christmas are the ones who are least beneficial to his game out of all the house guests in the house, so no matter who goes, it's going to be a benefit to his game. Day by day, Tyler is pretty much focusing on one person, trying to work them, rather than spreading out focus on one day, sort of, saying, okay, we'll talk to Enzo for a good third of the day, Cody for another third, and Nicole for the other third. He's actually taken time out to speak to one person a day and really consolidating that information into people about potentially keeping them around. On Monday he was talking to, Sunday he was talking to Enzo, Monday he was talking to Nicole, and now Tuesday he's been talking to Cody all day. And, he's been saying to Cody that he would really love to go to the final three with him and Enzo. And obviously that's a massive backup when it comes to Enzo, because Cody can then relay that information to Enzo. Enzo will feel more enlightened and more willing to sort of keep Tyler around. So I think Tyler's playing this very, very well. He's not getting flustered. He's not playing too hard. He is doing what he can. He's playing very intricately. Big Brother is a game of chess, and he's thinking this through. He's really strategizing it, and I've got a lot of respect for that. And I think it's probably the most effective campaign we've actually seen so far this summer, because so far, it seems as though there's a target and then that person goes out no matter what, whereas Tyler's actually starting to sway things. So definitely, I think I've got a lot of time and respect for that. So he's hustling hard. I respect it. He's really trying to change the votes, and I think he may just be able to do it with a little bit of sway. Obviously, it comes down to tomorrow. We'll find out what happens, but for sure, I wouldn't count things out. I think Tyler could just sway things. Tyler and Cody brought up the notion that when it gets down to this end game of Big Brother, it's all about the competitions, which I can agree with to an extent. I think it depends what style of gameplay that you're doing. If you are playing a Dr. Will style or potentially maybe like a Derek style, I would say you don't really need to win competitions. If you've got your social game on lock, you can get to the final two and let others do some damage by winning some comps, and then them showing themselves up as comp beasts, then somebody else will get them out. However, if you're in a position like BB22, I would say the majority of people really need to hustle to win these comps, or they're going to find themselves out. I think even though a lot of us have been saying Enzo's set for final two, I would say the people who say that, I think it always comes down to the fact of when you're in the final four. The final four is the pivotal point where if you don't win the comp, you could be gone just like that. And I think even Enzo needs to try and win comps. I think anybody in the house at this point needs to win a comp, because I don't think we've got some strong social games in there, but I don't think anyone's as strong enough to carry them to the final two. So it's hustle, hustle, hustle from this point out. Win those comps to get to the final two. Despite the vote looking this week very much like Tyler is going to be heading out the door, several house guests, even close allies, have been expressing how much disdain and disrespect and annoyance they've got for Christmas, really, over these past few days. We've seen Memphis pretty much turn on her, saying that if he wins her situation next week, she's going up on the block with Nicole as the target. However, it's still a betrayal, because Memphis is shown to be tight with Christmas. Cody is saying that he struggles to be around Christmas now. Nicole pretty much feels betrayed by Christmas. I think Tyler's just keeping up appearances with Christmas, and Enzo really isn't a massive fan of Christmas either, so she's really losing fans on the outside of the house and on the inside of the house. And really, I think her fate is pretty much sealed, and unless she wins some comps back to back to back, then that's three back to backs. That shows how much she needs to really be pushing and trying to win those comps, because if she doesn't, she's going to find herself pretty much out next week. I'd probably put money on the fact that she'll be out next week, I guess, unless she wins a competition. She's more than capable of it, but I think it's looking like Christmas's days are numbered, even if she doesn't head out the house, out the door of the house this week. Enzo was talking to the camera at one point, saying that Christmas needs to go next week. He's saying that because he's got a deal with Cody and a deal with Memphis, he is happily going to move forward with them, saying he can go at the final two with them. Now, he's obviously put all of his eggs in one basket there, assuming that both of them are going to take him there, because we know that Cody and Memphis also have a final 2 deal. It's the commission final 2 that they've called it, and so Memphis needs to be very, very careful in what he does here, because he's saying he's going to let them take out Nicole, let them take care of that business, then he can take out Christmas next week, leaving the final 3, and I do believe that Cody and Memphis could potentially take each other to the final 2. It's a risky move. Enzo's probably got the nicest path, or the smoothest path to the final 2 out of all the house guests there, but again, you can't put your fate in somebody else's hands when you've played quite well all summer long, or all fall long in this case, and I just think he needs to be very, very careful, but he's got a good read on the game, so I wouldn't doubt the fact that he can flip things around and make sure that he gets to the final 2 and somehow wins the game. The house guests had a booze delivery, and they got talking on who they think is going to win America's Favourite Player, and Memphis sort of said it's either going to be, he wonders if it could be Janelle, or jokingly himself, he wants the Memphis Maniacs, if they're a thing, to show up, and Nicole said that she thinks Davon could win it because she's very entertaining. Lots and lots of names were brought up, guys. In my opinion, I think the top 3 will be Janelle, Davon, and Kesa, potentially Ian. I think there could be a little bit of fluctuation there, and but let me know in the comments, guys, who you would like to see win America's Favourite Player, or who you would like to win, just anything to do with it, who you would like to win and who you think will get it, but who you're going to be voting, guys. Let me know in the comment section below. There was very little game talk for the rest of the night as the booze hit, but it was very much, Nicole brought up the notion of saying that Enzo was the funniest person she's ever played Big Brother with when she's been in the house several times, and she thinks that Enzo could be the person to win America's Favourite Player, and again, I wouldn't count Enzo out. I think Enzo definitely stands a chance of becoming America's Favourite Player. Towards the end of the evening, Cody and Nicole got talking, and Nicole was saying, are we going to blindside Tyler on Thursday night? Because I think Tyler still genuinely does believe that he is going to be the person staying in the house. And Cody was like, no, I'm going to tell him on Thursday. And Nicole was like, this isn't going to go down well. And again, I still wouldn't count things out. Things can flip. This is Tyler we're talking about. He's got sway. He's got influence. He can shake things up. I genuinely do believe he can change the outcome of this week, so I wouldn't count anything out yet. But for sure, Cody's going to sit him down, and it's going to be tough because Cody's got a bit of a tight alliance going on with Tyler. So yeah, interesting things that could happen, interesting dynamic shift, and for sure, even moving at the final 5, things are going to be chaos. Quick alliance update now, and obviously we have the 2 Wise Guys alliance. The first Wise Guys alliance including Memphis, Cody and Enzo. Then the second Wise Guys alliance including Memphis, Enzo and Christmas. Then we've got the Carolinas alliance with Christmas and Tyler. Obviously that's going to be broken up tomorrow night. There's a few other core 3 things going on with Enzo, Cody and Nicole. And Nicole obviously have a final 2, Nicole and Cody. And there's a route between Enzo and Cody. And then there's a triple threat between, I think it's Tyler, Cody and Memphis, or Enzo. I'll have to double check that one. And but yeah, as you can see, there's lots and lots of triples, triple groups and final 2s now. And obviously moving into next week, power shift is coming. It's going to shift so much over these next few weeks as we head to the final 2. To wrap everything up, it's looking very, very likely that Tyler is screwed this week. However, he may just be able to change the outcome and influence things. So Christmas heads home. We just don't know yet. But this last day of campaigning is going to be crucial as the numbers are dwindling. It's getting very, very hard to stay in the house. And you've got to win some comps because this power struggle is getting more and more intense as we hit the final 5. And do you know what? I think it's anyone's game at this point. And you never know who could be going out the door as the week's gone, because everyone plays in veto now. Things can be shaken up just like that. Lots and lots of quick changes. Lots of fast movement. It's exciting, guys. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I think Tyler is very likely heading out the door. But let me know, guys, who you think is heading out the door and who you would like to head out the door this week. That is all of your game updates for today, folks. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I appreciate it massively how you all tune in. Let me know your thoughts on this week of Big Brother. Are you excited? Are you anxious? Just let me know how you're feeling. Any predictions for the week, let me know in the comment section below, guys. You can check out the description and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and also you can become a patron of TV Talks with Tom, guys, so check out the description for lots of fun interactive features in there, guys. But again, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. But until your next live feed update, I've been your host, Tom Vasey. Good night.